This one penny from 1945 may look ordinary, but its hidden value could shock every collector in America, from wartime minting secrets to rare error strikes from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. This is not just a penny, it is a story of America frozen in copper. Get ready, because what you are about to discover will change the way you look at pocket change forever. In the year 1945, the world stood at a crossroads. The Second World War was coming to an end, and the United States was emerging as a global power. But while soldiers were returning home and nations were rebuilding, something quiet, yet remarkable, was happening in the heart of America. Something that would find its way into the hands of millions. Something small, round, and copper. The 1945 wheat penny. Minted during a time of historical change, this coin represents more than just currency. It holds within it the story of a nation at war and peace, a nation torn by sacrifice and shaped by unity. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat cent was produced in 3 major minting facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint carried out production under strict government demands and wartime rationing, yet the consistency and the craftsmanship of these pennies reflected the discipline of a nation focused on victory, made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The 1945 wheat penny remained loyal to its traditional metallic structure, unlike the steel pennies of 1943, which had created much confusion and controversy. The 1945 version signaled a return to normalcy, a reassurance that, even though the war had changed much, some things were still as they had been. But beneath the surface of this copper coin lies a world of variety, mystery, and rarity. Collectors today seek out the 1945 wheat penny, not just for its design or its historical timing, but for the subtle differences that make some of these coins far more valuable than others, from double die errors to off-center strikes, from repunched mint marks to uncirculated specimens. The range of values spans from a humble few cents to thousands of dollars in pristine condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 1 billion wheat pennies in 1945, making it one of the most commonly found coins from the era. However, despite the high mintage, certain pieces show clear signs of doubling on the date and lettering, known as double die obverse. These rare specimens can fetch hundreds of dollars if identified and preserved correctly. The lack of mint mark identifies the Philadelphia coin, yet its value can rise significantly depending on its grade, condition, and luster. Meanwhile, in Denver, the mint produced over 266 million pennies bearing the D mint mark. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that show signs of RPM, or repunched mint marks, where the D appears to have been stamped more than once. These subtle errors are small windows into the minting process and represent the human element behind the machinery. These variations, although small, are highly prized, especially when the coin remains in mint state red condition. San Francisco, the West Coast Mint contributed over 181 million 1945 S wheat pennies. The S mint mark itself carries historical weight, being associated with lower mintage and therefore more appeal to collectors. Yet even within the San Francisco batch, there exist varieties and errors that elevate the coin from common to collectible. Again, the RPM and die cracks can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable discovery, especially for those who take the time to study and grade their coins with precision. The reverse design of the wheat penny, featuring the 2 stylized wheat stalks flanking the denomination, 1 cent, along with the inscription United States of America and E pluribus unum, remained unchanged since its introduction in 1909. The reverse reflects the agricultural strength of the country during a time of industrial expansion and wartime production, a symbol of stability and growth at a time when the nation needed it most. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of any 1945 penny, from good to fine, from extremely fine to mint state. Each step up the grading scale reflects a significant increase in potential value. Coins that retain their original red color from the copper alloy are considered the most desirable and often command premium prices among collectors and investors. Uncirculated 1945 wheat pennies that display full lines in the wheat stalks, crisp details in Lincoln's portrait, and smooth, unblemished fields are not only rare, but serve as benchmarks for quality in coin collections. Such coins are often found sealed in third-party grading slabs with designations such as MS65, MS66, and even MS67. These high-grade examples are the dream finds of metal detectorists, estate auction hunters, and seasoned numismatists alike. Even circulated coins can carry sentimental and collector value, especially when they hold unique stories, or provenance coins found in war letters, soldier footlockers, or old family albums often connect people to history in a deeply personal way, making the 1945 penny more than just a piece of money, but a tangible connection to the lives and stories of those who lived through World War II. Beyond the collector's market, the 1945 wheat penny also finds its place in educational settings. Museums and classrooms using coins like this. Educators can teach students about inflation, wartime economy, minting technology, and the value of small things in a fast-changing world. The penny, which many overlook, becomes a powerful tool to explore history, economics, and culture. So what makes the 1945 wheat penny so captivating? Is it its connection to a pivotal moment in world history? Is it the search for rare error varieties? Is it the allure of discovering something valuable in spare change? The answer is all of the above and more. It is a coin that symbolizes resilience, a nation in transition, and the artistry of American minting. From the trenches of Europe to the Pacific Islands, from factory lines in Detroit to minting presses in Philadelphia, the 1945 penny traveled farther than many would imagine, changing hands with stories attached carried in pockets of schoolchildren and soldiers alike today. It rests in albums, drawers, and auction blocks, still telling its story through every edge, scratch, and shine. In the world of numismatics, where every detail matters, the 1945 wheat penny stands as a cornerstone. A coin that bridges generations, a relic that holds the promise of discovery, the thrill of the hunt, and the legacy of a country united in purpose. Whether you are a beginner looking through your first roll of pennies, or a seasoned collector chasing that elusive MS67 red gem, the 1945 wheat penny invites you to look closer, dig deeper, and appreciate the extraordinary history of an ordinary coin. And that is why this tiny copper circle from 1945 continues to capture hearts' imaginations and investments, because in every coin there is a story, and in the 1945 wheat penny, that story is one of the richest ever minted.